Moving up for race 11, it's post time. Race number 11 of the afternoon, Doppelganger, Parole Violation, Marmishy Walter, Crime Boss, I'm a Miracle, Chick McGuire, Barefoot Bud, and Usain Bolt. They are off and pacing away quickly. Doppelganger at the rail and driving from the outside. That is I'm a Miracle quickly to take over the lead as they race on to the opening eighth. Doppelganger comes away second to the inside. Parole Violation pacing third. Finding a seat, Crime Boss in four. Fifth and finding room at the rail. That is Marmishy Walter. They're in the Redland Farms backstretch for time one. Led up front by I'm a Miracle. She's out there by a length and a half. Now tightening up a bit in the pocket is Doppelganger second. Still gapped out there third is Parole Violation. Crime Boss next in line from four. Looking at it from five as they head on over to the 3/8 is Marmishy Walter. Then back in sixth on the inside. And now taken to the outside is Usain Bolt. Seventh along the rail, Barefoot Bud, and the trailer as they round the top turn, Chick McGuire. Off the turn into the stretch now as they near the half. On top, the leader is I'm a Miracle. She's out there by 2.5 lengths. Doppelganger in pursuit, second, followed by Parole Violation, third. Crime Boss is still at the rail in four. Then fifth on the inside is Marmishy Walter. They continue on to the Redland Farms backstretch for the final time, and on the front end, I'm a Miracle, drawing out now by 3. Second at the rail, it's still Doppelganger, followed by Parole Violation, third. Crime Boss looks to get underway now to the outside from 4. They approach 3/4. It's I'm a Miracle in control. Now outside, here comes Parole Violation, driving up into second. Dropping back at the rail is Doppelganger, third. Outside, moving fourth. That is Crime Boss. They race to the 7/8 now and getting leg weary on the front end. I'm a Miracle. They're closing in on her. On the outside, that is Crime Boss to take over the lead. They race past the 7/8 and off the top turn and taking over as they turn for home. That is a Crime Boss. On down the stretch they come. It's Crime Boss, the one to catch. Trying to close in is Marmishy Walter. Crime Boss, Marmishy Walter on the outside, right down to the wire. It's tight. Only a win photo here in the 11th. Finishing third is Parole Violation. Mile in 1:59 4/5. Now back in the Woodmere Farms winners enclosure is Marmashi Walter, the 11th race winner, 3-year-old Big Illet son of Roll with Joe. He's out of the American Ideal Dam! Exclamation. Over Clayton and Joseph McCombs, Marmashi, New Brunswick, trained by Danny Romo. For Paul Angel, that's win number 4 of the afternoon. Marmashi Walter, 159 4/5. Official rundown from race 11. Number 1, Doppelganger, 6. 2, Parole Violation, 3rd. 3, Marmashi Walter, the winner. 4, Crime Boss was 2nd. 5, I'm a Miracle, finished 4th. 6, Chick McGuire, 5th. 7, Barefoot Bud, 7. 8, Usain Bolt, 8. 28 3, the quarter. Half 58 2. 3/4 and 127 2. In the mile in 159 4/5 for Marmashi Walter. Top down 6 3 1 2 4 5 7 8. 3-4-2 try in race 11, 65.80. 3-4 exactor, 34.40. 12th and final coming up. 7 starters, no changes to your programs in the 12th race. Less than 7 minutes to post time. The winner in today's 50-50 draw was Ken Lowthers.
One more left to go on today's afternoon presentation of live harness racing here at Truro Raceway, and it's race 12 on tap. Field of 7 will go. We'll have our selections on screen in just a second. Here, Mel, that was a very impressive performance by Miramachi Walter in race 11, 159.4 to break his maiden.
That was very close to the wire, a very close decision at the end, and I guess all of us had Crime Boss on top there. He was definitely game to the wire and worth playing back. But that angle of Danny Romo listing Paul Langell to drive was a very good one today, to the tune of a $23.20 winner there in race 11. Something to keep in mind for regular Truro players following throughout the season. And we won't be racing next weekend.
No, we won't be racing next weekend, but the weekend after, it all goes down. The Ontario versus Nova Scotia Driving Challenge. We have Woodbine Mohawk Park regulars James McDonald, Doug McNair, Louis-Philippe Waugh, and Bob McClure coming in town to face Nova Scotia's best in Mark Pezzarello, Ernie Laffin, Paul Langell, and Red Doucette. It'll be very exciting there on June 4th, and the lower part of the grandstand will be open as well. So exciting things to kick off June 4th, which will lead us into the rest of the season.
And leading in, we're going to have a post parade soon for race 12. And here, once again, we see a common thread throughout the day of consensus with one lone wolf. I'm the lone wolf here, Lucy with diamonds, and consensus for you, Mark, and Sugar on Preceptor.
Yeah, in here, I thought this was a very hard race to handicap. Any one of them really could get the job done, and I almost considered putting Lucy with diamonds on top. I scribbled it out a few times and to try and figure out my combination, but I landed on Preceptor to win here for Paul Langell because he did race well, charted in 2 minutes and 2/5 with a closing quarter 31-2 in his most recent effort. And he has a ton of back class. He set his lifetime record of 156 at Charlottetown. He's got 45,000 made, all of it maritime money. This 10-year-old son of vintage master knows how to get around the racetrack, so I like him on top. He's 8-5 on the board right now, and I did go with your choice, Lucy with diamonds, for second, but Mark and Sugar went in a different direction for second, as Mark has the 1, Sunny Billion for second, and Sugar has the 7, Crafty Example.
It is wide open here, and I think that is reflected. We've got inside horses, outside horses, nobody really in complete agreement about how this is going to play out. Sunny Billion is one of those horses with a mind of his own, and he came back after his win by a nose to finish 7th from the trailing post last week. So he was feeling good, and he's in the front tier again, so that may be something he responds to. Definitely something Mark McKelvey noticed as a sharp handicapper. And Crafty Example from the outside post is getting attention on the triactor and exactor front from most of us here as well, with Dale Spence catch driving that one from the outside. So I'm curious about what Crafty Example can do from out there. I think that there's a chance that the class relief helps out here.
And we have 2 horses right now still with no tickets sold who both realistically have a chance. That's the 4, No What Can You Say, and then the 6, Mighty Mouse in here. Mighty Mouse has Todd Trites. Mouth. These horses can do it.
I think at this point in the